What's up guys, I'm Chase Brogan, and today in this video we're diving straight into a keyboard today that's clearly been built with gamers in mind. This is the MCHOSE A68 Turbo, a full aluminum esports Hall effect keyboard, and this thing right here was built for speed, precision, as well as build quality. Right out of the box here, you're getting a 65% ANSI layout with 68 keys, a full aluminum chassis, and Hall effect magnetic switches, which means ultra fine actuation control and insanely fast response times. This is the kind of keyboard that's designed for FPS players, rhythm games, and anyone who wants absolute control over how their keys feel and respond. Now at the time of this recording, this comes in at $139 and it's available in 5 different color options, so you can match it to pretty much any setup. Now before we unbox this, let's run through what really makes this keyboard stand out. This is a 65% ANSI design, which gives you a clean, compact footprint without sacrificing arrow keys. It's a great balance between desk space as well as functionality, especially if you're gaming, with a lower mouse sensitivity. Keycaps on here are color matching cherry profile, so you get a familiar, comfortable shape that works well for both gaming as well as typing, which still matches the overall aesthetic of the board. Now, when talking about keyboards specifically for gaming, we have to, of course, talk about lighting here. Now, with this keyboard, we've got south-facing RGB LEDs, which not only look great, but also play nicely with custom keycaps, no interference issues whatsoever. Now there's another amazing feature of this keyboard, and that's the built-in RGB lighting strip on the back side of the keyboard. This is going to work in unison with the rest of the RGB lights to give you a really cool lighting effect, not just behind your keys, but on the back side as well. Now for connectivity on here, this is going to use a wired USB-C connection, which is exactly what we want for competitive gaming. No batteries, no wireless latency, just a direct, stable connection. Now where this keyboard really separates itself from the other options out there on the market is with its advanced functionality. You're getting support for things like SOCD, rapid trigger, dynamic keystrokes, mod tap, toggle functions, and fully programmable key macros. This gives you a ton of control over how inputs behave and is especially useful in competitive titles where precision really matters. Now performance-wise, the numbers here are serious. You've got adjustable actuation from 0.1 to 3.4 millimeters, rapid trigger reset down to 0.001 millimeters. We have latency as low as 0.06 milliseconds and polling rates up to 8K or even 16K depending on the switch option. So whether you want ultra fast response or the absolute highest polling rate available, you got some serious options here. So in this video now, we're going to unbox this. We're going to take a look at the layout and design. Let's dive into it. All right, guys, here is our box, very nicely put together. So what we do is we pull this little sleeve off of here, and then what we're able to do is just simply lift everything open just like so. So we have a little handy guide here for each of our buttons. Breaks everything down on the back side. We'll set that aside right there. We have our user manual located right here, which I'm going to open up just very briefly. There we go. So it walks through all the function keys on here, gives you all the information on the key functions on here because there are different combo functions. So it's always good to access that. We have some little decals right over here. We have some additional inserts inside that. So let's dive into the keyboard now. So keyboard is right there, very compact. Obviously we don't have it fully open, but definitely like what we're seeing so far. Now over here we have a separate box. I believe this is going to give us our cable connection, because remember this is going to be a Type-C cable. Alright, so very nice braided cable, USB-A on one side, Type-C on the other. So very durable, decent amount of length on here as well, I can tell already. And then we have this tool for removing our keys. So resealable bag here, always good to keep that there for safekeeping. We have a couple replacements right here, but this is the tool that we would use, and you can use both sides of this. You can see that this side is a grabber. You can go ahead and remove your keys, but we also have this side right over here as well, so you can actually drop this in place. It's going to click underneath the actual key, and you can easily remove them that way. So preference right there, but let's go ahead and open up the actual keyboard. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and remove the shrink wrap on here. So first impressions before even placing a finger on any of the keys, this has decent weight to it, feels very well balanced. This 100% though feels like a premium keyboard right here. And it's also very compact as well. So you can see we've got some buttons on the side here that are going to light up once we power this on. We have a little toggle over here, and then we have our 68 keys on here. So I'm going to go ahead and twist this around so it's facing me. On the back side, we have our Type-C cable connection, so we can take our power supply cable, plug it right in right there. USB-A end is going to go into the PC. But let's go ahead and press a couple buttons here. We obviously don't have this connected to anything. It's not powered on, but I want to see how everything feels on here. Interesting sound. So the sound on here definitely doesn't feel quite as clicky as your typical mechanical keyboard. It feels like it's just got a little bit more behind it. It feels a little bit more solid. It's just you can almost feel when you hit that button in there, it almost has like a sort of a bang to it versus just like a click. So I actually have another mechanical keyboard that I use on a regular basis right here. I'm going to just tap some of the keys on here. And then we're going to go ahead and tap the keys on this product. Much more profound. It's less clicky and just a little bit more dense of a sound. So I definitely like it. And it feels much more compact than some of the other options out there. You have everything you need right here. There's no number pad on the side, but for gaming, we don't need that. We have our numbers across the top. It feels very good. Very nice for typing. And then for gaming on here, I can see how this would be very comfortable to use. Now I do want to show you guys the back side here because there are no adjustable feet on the back where you can adjust the height or the pitch of this. So when you set this down, it stays exactly where you leave it. There are those rubber feet on the bottom there, and you can see how it grips onto the desk surface right here very nicely. In fact, just pressing on here, it's pushing my entire desk. So it secures itself very nicely, but I did want to make mention of the fact that there are no pitch or height adjustments on here. So it's going to be a more flat keyboard than some of the other options out there where you have those height adjustment and pitch adjustment options. So we're gonna go ahead and fire this up. I'm gonna test it out and then talk to you guys about what the experience was like using this. Alright guys, after spending some time actually using the A68 Turbo today, what really stands out to me is just how immediate and responsive everything feels on here. The Hall effect switches make noticeable difference. The moment you touch a key, the input registers, and just as importantly, it resets instantly. In fast-paced games, that responsiveness genuinely matters. Movement feels much tighter, and everything just feels in general way more controlled, and rapid key presses never feel delayed or mushy in any way. Comfort is another big win here. The cherry profile keycaps combined with the solid aluminum case gives each keystroke a really satisfying stable feel. There's no flex, there's no rattle, just a consistent confident press every single time. This keyboard feels super comfortable. The layout keeps your hands in a natural position, and the smooth magnetic switches reduce finger fatigue compared to heavier mechanical setups. Overall, this keyboard feels like it's really made for serious gamers, and it doesn't sacrifice comfort or build quality in any way, shape, or form. If you're someone who values speed, precision, and premium metal build, the A68 Turbo absolutely delivers, especially at that $139 price point. I really think that there's nothing else out there like this. So to learn a little bit more about this product, click the link in the description of this video, and be sure to hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think about what you saw here today in this video. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for watching. Click those links, and I will see you guys on the next video.